I'm Steve Hale, and you're about to take a shotgun seat on a wild ride that's the story of my life. At the same time, I'm going to give you the tools to get out of the shotgun seat and into the driver's seat of your own life. Just make sure to hang on tight, because it's going to be a wild ride. "2020, a new chapter in our story." I know that I started out feeling pretty optimistic. I had an awesome list of goals, and I had a set of plans to accomplish them. I went to Switzerland. First time in my life I traveled outside of America. Got to snowboard in the Alps, see some incredibly beautiful cities, and meet some wonderful people. I remember touching back down in America, getting in my truck, lighting a cigar, cranking that volume on my radio all the way up with everything from Tupac to Metallica. And on my way home, I thought to myself, man, I am blessed to be an American. Shortly thereafter, we got some bad news. The world was in a global pandemic.
This morning, the battle over masks.
And as time went on, we were told that there were two sides. There was the group of people that cared about our economy and our freedoms. And then there was the group of people that cared about our health and our safety.
People thinking of others, a positive sign in the midst of a still stormy debate.
And it didn't matter if you thought you cared about both of those things. You had to pick a side, and once you did, the battle lines had been drawn. That's when I started getting pretty depressed about what was going on in the world. And as time went on, more and more bad news kept unfolding.
George Floyd repeatedly told the officers that he could not breathe.
Pretty evident for a while, since the beginning of our country, that we've had some serious problems.
Begin with that breaking news. Violent protests in Minneapolis turned deadly.
Our Constitution is an excellent foundation for us. The words, "all men are created equal." That's how it should be. It's clearly evident that there has been groups of people not treated equally. And we know that needs to be fixed. Regardless of your stance on that, however, we've been led to believe that if you're black, white, gay, straight, Republican, Democrat, for masks, against masks, regardless of your group, that's your group, and that's where your battle lines have been drawn. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that is completely ignorant and makes no sense. We are a melting pot of literally every walk of life on this planet, a diverse group of united people. That is why America is the greatest country in the world. But as time kept ticking on, the bad news kept coming in. And I kept feeling more and more discouraged and nervous about the future of our country. Then I got a phone call, and I knew that that phone call held great purpose. It was a call asking me to restore the symbol of our country, the American flag.
Hey, Jordan! What's up? Yo, you sleeping again, dude? No, I'm just putting the finishing touches on the Studebaker.
Nice. Hey, I just got a phone call. We gotta go check out the job.
Oh, what is it?
Come on, I'll show you. Where's Pumpkin?
Pumpkin, come on.
Pumpkin with us, come on.
Come on, Pumpkin, let's go. Come on. What are you doing? Come on, Pumpkin. Come on, dude.
Yeah. there she was, Old Glory, the iconic sculpture of our American flag that had proudly been displayed in our city of Utica for the last 20 years. However, she was old and beat up and in need of a lot of restoration. And a few days later, she was on the floor of my shop ready to be restored. A restoration project, just like any other project, requires you to make a plan and then work your plan. So that's exactly what we did. Step one was to clean the fiberglass off. It had all kinds of contaminants on it, dirt, grease, and grime, which we didn't want to sand into the fiberglass. So we cleaned that off. Then Jordan got to work repairing all the fiberglass and sanding the old paint off. After that was done, it was time to get it into the paint booth. All right, we got the flag in the booth. Step one was to spray the PPG epoxy base coat. After that dried, step two was to spray the white. We let the white dry overnight, then came in on my birthday to tape off all 100 stars. All right guys, it's like 2:15 in the morning. It's my birthday. I'm about to start mixing paint and paint this flag. I just finished taping everything off. It's looking awesome. Check it out. All 100 stars are taped on top of the white Delfleet PPG that we sprayed yesterday. So we're gonna spray everything blue, then untape the stars, and it'll be white stars, blue flag. Here we got our signature. Time to start mixing paint. America. That took a long time, about 24 hours to be exact. Once the stars were all taped off, it was time to have a little fun and spray the blue. In the middle of spraying that blue, something dawned on me. This was a special project, and it needed to be unveiled in a big way. I started dreaming up a ceremony, parade, speech. I'm very proud to say that the John Street American flag sculpture does symbolize everything that we are and we are going through as Americans. And I knew that this was all coming together as a way to help our country see that we are a united people and to be proud in what our flag symbolizes. The next day, we got to work creating a plan to turn our dream of this ceremony into a reality. The only problem with having a ceremony for our restored flag was that we still had to finish the restoration of the flag. In the midst of planning the ceremony, we continued to follow our plan for the restoration of the flag. Our next hurdle was to get the pipes that make the stripes of the flag welded back together. They had to be cut in half to fit inside the powder coater's booth because this thing is so humongous. So we put the pieces back together, lined them up, did all of our welding, and then painted our welds. Guys, so it's Monday afternoon. We got the crew from Rigall here doing a test on the flag. So we just picked it up and we had to set the angle of it because the pole is actually at a 13-degree angle. That's how the flag's gonna be mounted. So what we wanted to do was make sure that we had all the rigging set. When we get on site, we'll be ready to pick it right up and have the flag exactly at the angle that we need to mount it on the beam. So that's what we're doing right now. We just flipped it over. We got to rivet the other side of the fiberglass on it, weld a couple bolts, weld a picking hook to it. So that's our next step. We got to weld the picking hook, weld the mounting stud that's going to basically guide us into position on the pole. So after that's all done, then we'll be able to pick it up flat to put it on the low boy to bring it to the site. Get to the site, we'll be able to stand it back up like we just did. So rock and roll. I remember back to watching the movie Ford versus Ferrari and the goosebumps that I got on my arms when I saw those 3 Ford GT40s crossing the finish line at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, making a statement that America really was the greatest country on this planet. I thought, Wouldn't it be incredible to recreate that scene and have 3 Ford GT40s escorting our flag down the highway and into the city of Utica? As I thought on that, I said, 3 cars is not enough. I think we should also have a lineup of red, white, and blue hot rods, custom cars, and classic cars escorting this flag. Then we got to work finding these cars. In the 17 years that I've ran Steve's Restorations and Hot Rods, my crew and I have built some incredible vehicles. And it just so happens that a lot of them were red, white, and blue. We made a list of all the cars that we wanted to see in this parade, and then I started calling up all of my clients. Each one of them was very excited about this project. We continued to follow our plan and list of steps to create this ceremony and bring it to life. Our next step was to draw a map of how we wanted all of the cars to be going down the highway. Then we had to figure out how to get them from single file to 3 wide and back to single file before they arrived at the parking lot to surround the ceremony. All of the pieces of the puzzle were coming together flawlessly. We had all of the red, white, and blue cars confirmed and ready to go. But we only had 1 Ford GT40. The event was set to take place Wednesday afternoon. Well, Tuesday afternoon, I got the call that the second GT40 would be there Wednesday morning. Although we were discouraged that we weren't going to have all 3 of them, we were still optimistic that this was going to be an awesome event, and we were fired up, ready to go. Wednesday morning, the day of the event, literally over 100 people are amped up and ready to go to help us make this happen. Then, we got hit pretty hard with thunderstorms. The event had to get canceled. It was at that point that I remembered Sylvester Stallone saying that it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. We decided to keep moving forward. I made over 100 phone calls, and we got everybody amped up, ready to go for Thursday, and we had 1 more day to make this event even better. It just so happened that one of those phone calls held our 3rd GT40. When I saw all those cars pulling in the driveway, I felt an energy and excitement like never before, knowing that all those dreams were turning into a reality. Let's get in line and make this happen. Thank you, guys.
free and the home of the Marines. Let me bring up one individual who I feel right now symbolizes the community feel that we have, Mr. Stephen Hale.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I would also like to thank all of our frontline workers in all of the fields, and especially the active and current members of our military and all of our veterans, because they are the reason that we're able to be here right now, and they are the reason that we will be celebrating our freedom and Independence Day this weekend. 17 years ago, I started Steve's Restorations and Hot Rods, a business restoring and building custom cars, and it has been a wild ride. Throughout those 17 years, I've been blessed to have a diverse crew of people help me on every single project I've done. As I was thinking about what I wanted to say today, I was reflecting on all of the thousands of jobs that we've done in the last 17 years. And the ones that really stood out to me aren't just the ones that were a great paint job or something fun to drive. They were the ones that were significant to our clients because they not only had a sentimental value, but they had a purpose in their life. And I can remember delivering some of these vehicles and seeing our clients literally cry tears of joy. That's been one of the best feelings of my life. And I'm very proud to say that the John Street American flag sculpture is at the top of that list. And that's because it is not just an incredible sculpture, it does symbolize everything that we are and we are going through as Americans. Right now we are faced with a gigantic restoration project. We have this huge challenge facing us, but I have 100% faith that when all of us come together as a united people and respect one another, and also respect who we are as individuals and what we can accomplish and bring to our team, there's nothing that we can't do, and we will deliver a message to the rest of the world that America is the example of what it means to be a united people and what we can do together, and that we can't just restore our country, we're going to create a piece of art that everyone will look upon and be appreciative that Americans exist in this world because we are the symbol of what is good. That's Team USA. Thank you again for all coming out here. God bless, and long live the United States of America.
As I watched the crews from Rigall and Sealand Contractors raise our flag into the air, I had goosebumps raise on my forearms because I realized the statement that we were making. Our flag and the letters USA symbolize something very important. Similar to a restoration project that can sometimes seem very discouraging and overwhelming, if you have a solid foundation to build from, like our Constitution, and a team of diversely skilled and proud individuals, like our nation is comprised of, joined together, taking pride in accomplishing their ultimate goal, living in harmony and unison in the greatest country in the world, the only thing that can cause us to fail is ourselves. However, failure is not an option. We are going to keep moving forward, and we are going to stand together, not 6 feet apart, as one nation under God, the United States of America.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching the first episode. I hope you loved it. So if you want to help us grow the show and at the same time support 12 local charities, click the link for our merchandise where you'll find our first piece of clothing for Wild Clothing line. It's the You, Us, and USA merch, where 50% of all of the profits will go to the charity of your choice. And if you want to learn more about becoming the best version of yourself and how you can help our team, Team USA, make sure you check out the next episode. It's going to be all about the 75 Hard program, mental toughness, and just becoming the best version of yourself overall. In the meantime, we've got a ton of vlogs, podcasts, and how-tos coming at you. They're going to be absolutely incredible. So again, thank you for watching the show. If you liked it, Please comment, please subscribe, and please share it with your friends and family. We'll see you guys on the next one. Later.